Today, I have 24 hours to build an entire college football team from scratch. What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So here we are, man, back with another 24-hour challenge. My CFB team is quite outdated in my opinion, man. O-line a little bit lacking, tight end could be a lot better. Really, the only position I do like is Jackson Dart. Other than that, maybe Quinshon Judkins, maybe. But again, I think the only real position I'm set at is Jackson Dart there. Other than that, receivers need a huge upgrade. At this point in the game, there are a lot of better players here. I do like my 96 middle linebacker Barton there. Other than that, though, this defense needs a lot of work, especially on the defensive line. Secondary could definitely use a lot of help as well. Those safeties and at least 2 stud new corners. So we have a lot of work to do. And again, we only have 24 hours to do so to try and improve this team and build the best possible team here. But again, our strategy here, we're obviously going to be trying to complete as many objectives as possible so we can level up through the field pass. And as you can see, I am not a high level at all. I believe we have season level 1 there, man. So we have a lot of work to do. And to go ahead and start off, we're actually going to be taking on the gauntlet of challenges we have to complete. We have a lot to do. The daily grind is literally going to be our first one. It's definitely going to be a grind, no doubt. Spring break. Looks like we have fraternities as well. There's a lot of new promos I've missed out on, so definitely a lot of challenge to get to. But we're about to get right into these challenges, man. Got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're going to go ahead and power through these challenges right now. Alright, man, here we go. Let's start off with the challenge and we complete our first one, man. Like I said, we got to do these daily grind ones. They do give out trophies, which if you guys don't know, you can actually earn the trophies and spend it on a lot of better players, a lot of higher overall players. So I can actually do a lot of team building with these trophies. So it is going to be very crucial that we finish these daily grind ones and also earn trophies through the field pass, because that is also possible. So make sure, we have to make sure we complete all of these, and they are pretty much almost done here, and they actually are done. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next challenge here. I thought about doing the blowouts versus comebacks, but I did figure out that these are quite long and just not worth the time at all here. I was thinking about it because they do offer trophies. Now this was from season 5, so I'd assume those trophies just automatically transfer into season 6. So yeah, man, when I entered the first game, because I was initially going to do this, it was like you had to play an entire game worth of a challenge. So it wasn't worth it. So I went ahead and hopped into the spring break challenges here. That first one I did fail. You guys might see all the time, I throw the challenge in the video and it says challenge complete. There are plenty of challenges where it is very difficult. And here is what I'm talking about. This one took me so long to do, man. It was a punter challenge in which basically they had to return it for a certain amount of yards. You also had to have a 40-yard punt, but sometimes the player would fair catch it, wouldn't return it, they'd get scared, wouldn't return it. So that one, it took forever, man. And again, you may have saw it got completed, but I didn't get the amount of stars there. So that one we did complete it, and we actually did get all 5 stars. But like I said, man, some of these challenges really do get to you, and they are really, really infuriating, because sometimes you got to be really specific and you have to get the right amount of stars in order to earn the rewards. So, but moving on, we're still on to challenges here, and now we're getting a little bit on the easier side here, man. We are still on the spring break one. Return to challenges, though. I believe we have completed these ones here, and the spring break challenges do offer quite a bit in terms of packs. I think there's at least 3 93 plus packs here. So again, ideally we are looking for 95 players and above when we end up getting to those packs here. We're gonna have a massive pack haul opening. Hopefully we can build a team through that. Obviously, like I told you guys earlier, we do have the trophies as well, so plenty of means in order to build this team. But now we're going to move on to the fraternities challenges. These ones also give packs. They also give some coins as well, and I will say these challenges were actually pretty nice, and just normally I could do 1 play touchdowns just like you saw here. These were pretty easygoing challenges, which I can really appreciate for sure. So did like doing these ones because they were a lot more easier than the spring break ones for sure. But I think they do offer some 91 plus packs, maybe a 93 plus as well. We'll have to see on that a little later on into the video here. But yeah, man, fraternity challenges, definitely a great time. We did also get some coins from them as well. Now, the thing with coins is it's so hard to earn them organically in college football, and the market is definitely way different than the Madden market with the auction house. So we're gonna have to see how it all turns out. I'm really hoping we can acquire a lot of coins, because obviously I do want to use the auction house and get some players I really want. But we're gonna have to see how it shakes out, man, because like I said, getting coins, like a big amount of coins, is very, very difficult organically in college football. So we're gonna have to see on that, man. But man, the challenges so far have gone pretty decently, especially the fraternities and the daily grind here. Not sure what else I should do here. There's stars of the season. I think that is a guaranteed lock. We will definitely be doing those, because I do think you get a 94 plus, which is going to be really nice. Hopefully we can get a 96 stars of the season player when we finish these challenges, man. But here we are, man, going back to the challenges again. I think the stars of the seasons one were kind of similar to the fraternities, almost. I think these ones might have given me slightly more trouble than fraternities challenges, but overall wasn't the worst in the world here. And as we see here, kick is up, kick is good. The challenge completed, and so are the stars of the season challenges in the books as well. We've done quite a bit of challenges here. I know I've sped through very quickly, but we've acquired quite a bit of packs, so I'm super excited about that as well. And yeah, man, that's pretty much going to do it for the challenge segment. I think we're going to move on to trying to complete those objectives from the field pass. Maybe we'll come back to the season 5 ones, but again, those take quite a while, so we'll see about that. But now we're going to go ahead and play these solo seasons here against pretty easy CPU teams, so can't wait to get into this. This will be a little bit more exciting than the challenge segment for sure, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So to go ahead and complete all of those objectives from the field pass, I decided to go ahead, hop into the solo seasons here, and just go crazy on the easiest possible teams here. As you can see, it's 72-0, so this is probably like the easiest like difficulty you can do within the solo seasons, man. And you know, I probably could try and take on harder opponents, maybe earn a little bit better rewards, but again, the goal here is to get those objectives done as fast as possible, because those rewards in the field pass are just too optimal. So again, best way to do it is just to go crazy on the CPU there. As you can see, again, I'm just scoring just crazy amounts of points, because when you really get down to it, you have to get so many passing yards, so many rushing yards, so many touchdowns, extra points. You got a lot of things to consider here, and obviously, as you guys can see, the rewards are definitely well worth it. So we got sand dollars, coins, packs, trophies. We're getting it all from just playing like each game. I'm leveling up pretty much every time in the field pass, so each game is crucial. And I will say that they are 2-minute quarters, but what I do is I will, you know, just basically preserve as much time as I possibly can. So I utilize timeouts, get out of bounds, no huddle, or, you know, just anything I can do to preserve as much time, because the more I preserve the time in these games, the more, you know, yards I can get done, and the more tackles I can get done, the more sacks I get. So definitely the method if you guys are trying to level up through the field pass yourself, and if you don't have those objectives done from the field pass, it's definitely the method. 54-0 on that one, man. And again, it's just a revolving door with these solo seasons. Now, after a while, they do get really, really mind-numbing. Like, I'm literally just sitting there, my mind is practically mush. I'm doing the same things over. I'm throwing up the same streak. I'm sending the same blitz. I'm doing the same thing over and over. But in the back of my mind, there is the thought that this will get me so far in the field pass and will help this team drastically. So we have to push through, man. We just have to absolutely push through. And at this point, you can see I'm at another national championship. I was already at one at the beginning because I already had played initially before this challenge. So we're back already at the national championship, which I believe is like the 7th or 8th game of like the solo season or whatever. So we got a lot done. As you can see, remember, I was at like season level 1 at the beginning. Now I am season level 31, and we're not completely done. We have done quite a bit of work, which has obviously got us pretty dang far as level 31, but there is still stuff to do. And also, I didn't play just solo season in this segment of ours. I also played house rules, because I did figure out something that I knew would be an instant help to this team here. So there will be house rules. I was considering doing like the more spring break stuff as well, but we had to see about that. And as you can see here on the top right corner there, you can see I'm actually playing online against people with my current team. I was actually winning games of the house rules, because when you win 10 times, you actually are able to get a free 96 left tackle. Yeah, you heard that right, a free 96 left tackle. So I knew immediately that to fill a position of need right away with only 10 wins was absolutely crucial. And as you can see there, I went on quite the spree of winning games. But yeah, I ended up winning 10 whole games. And look who I got, a 96 Lindenberg left tackle. Man, that really made me happy there. So kind of got away from like the mush of, you know, solo seasons, because it was a lot of just doing these same exact plays over and over and over again. So it was nice to get a break, actually play against people. Now I will say, I was showing you sunshine and rainbows with some of those wins and the streak I went on there, but my goodness, sometimes, dude, the head-to-head game mode did make me mad. But we ended up winning 10 games. I did have to play quite a few for sure, but we did go on a run there, which was pretty nice, so that kind of helped out quite a bit. But at the end of the day, we got the 96 free left tackle, and if you guys just saw right there, we did end up the sand coins like transferred over to real coins. We ended up getting like 25k real coins, which, you know, for CFB is actually pretty decent. If that was Madden, I'd probably be a little bit more upset, but for CFB, 25k from that is actually not too terrible. So, you know, we'll take any coins we can get at this point, man. We will definitely take them. As you can see, the solo seasons, they never stop, man. They never ever stop in the segment. It's just, I mean, I don't really know how many total games I played. I believe it was definitely had to have been like maybe 16 or 18. I don't know. It was quite a bit. But here is how the current team is looking. Once again, if you guys forgot from the beginning of the video, I've played through the solo seasons. I've played through challenges. We've acquired quite a bit of coins, trophies, and again, we got that free 96 left tackle, so we got a free player as well. So far, we're off to a pretty good start, but now we have to go into the team building segment here. We got a lot of packs to open, and again, the final part of this video is to actually build a team, see which players we can get, and hopefully get to a higher overall and make this team an absolute god squad. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, now it's my favorite time of the video, time to actually build up the team, and now we got to open our packs to see which players are going to make the cut, which are going to be sacrificed for training, and which can be sold for coins as well. A lot of factors go into this. We do have a bit of, you know, boring packs here, strategy items, you know, stadiums, uniforms. Those are nice for, you know, quick selling for coins, but obviously nothing too flashy there. For the players though, we start off with an 87 JJ Watt. Not sure if that's really going to help us honestly too much there, but we'll have to see on that. Season 3, nice little animation there, but it's just a 91 corner out of Georgia Tech here. Another cool animation, and it's going to be a 90. Okay, I will say that's not the craziest like flashiest pull, but a 93 kicker is actually really clutch for making a team. So I mean, hey man, 93 kicker out of Purdue, we will definitely be taking that all day, every day, man. So let's go ahead and see what else we can get out of these packs. And we get a Legends player. It's going to be anyone good. Kyle Van Noy, 90 overall, Season 1. This cannot be that good. Yeah, 87 Brian Branch there. And we get an 88 Kenneth Walker. So Kyle Van Noy, best player that we got out of that pack. Unfortunately, these guys are probably going to be sacrificed for training. Some of these, oh, actually, no, most of these packs are B&Ds. Not all of them, but most of them are, which means if you guys don't know what B&D means you cannot sell them on the auction house. So they're really only good for training, or unless you get a higher overall B&D card that can actually use on your team. But a lot of these guys are going to be quick sold for training, so it is what it is. But we get a 95 center. Let's go, man. That's actually super exciting. So that is one position, another position that is guaranteed filled pretty much. I'm not too worried about the center now because we got a 95. So we have a 96 left tackle that we got from earlier, 95 center. We get a 93 running back. Again, we already have a better running back than that, but again, I think Jackson Dart is really our only safe player on this team, and our middle linebacker Barton. Other than that, though, this team is definitely just getting absolutely cooked and replaced. So let's see what we can get out of this one. 91 plus fraternities. We get a 92 left outside linebacker. Not really the best, but at least it's not a 91, so I guess I won't complain too much. 94, okay, 94 right tackle, that's not too bad as well. I kind of like that. Now we get to a Season 6 pack, and what is this going to be? Okay, this is just a tip. We just got the tip there. I thought it was a cool animation. I thought we were going to get something better. Just the tip, though, so pretty unfortunate. 92 Texas Longhorn cornerback. Not really going to help us out too much there. Get a 93 right end, and the Texas Longhorns being pretty popular in the fraternities packs here. But what else can we get out of this one? It's going to be a 93 left tackle out of Notre Dame. So yeah, not too great there, but they will be valuable in the quick selling training market. Field goal pack, we get an 80 overall free safety. 89 Williams there. 94, okay, 94 left outside linebacker, and I believe we can sell all of these cards. So that is actually pretty nice. For the 94 to sell, that is actually pretty cool. All those guys are going to be lower overall coins though, which kind of sucks. But team pack here, this is just more, uniform strategy, such like that. But we still have a lot of fire packs to open, so let's keep going here. Field goal pack, come on, man, bless me up. It's an 85. Legends, okay, we get a 95 in that Legends one. Maybe I shouldn't have skipped it, but strong safety, we can actually sell this card as well. So 95 strong safety, very, very nice on that one. And just to preview you guys a little bit, we do have a 97 guaranteed pack, and I believe also a 96 guaranteed pack. So we're going to get to some crazy pulls here in a little bit. Season 6 B&D rare fantasy pack, though, we get a 90 right there. And another 90, unfortunately. So all of these three are going to be 90 overalls, unfortunately, which, again, just for the training, it's nice, but nothing too crazy. We really haven't gotten anyone for starting caliber except our center and maybe that strong safety legend there. Other than that, though, really hasn't been too much I see for starting potential here on our team. Get a 92 D tackle right there. Jen Daniels, and hey, this pack, it was all right, pretty average, but let's go ahead and move on to our next one. Again, we have 94 pluses, stars of the years as well, so we'll have to see what that is. Another Season 6 rare fantasy pack. This Season 2, it's an 89 cornerback there, 90 D tackle from the Sun Devils. So once again, another dud of a pack in my opinion. Let's go ahead and keep going here. We are getting into the really, really good packs though, as you guys can see here. So hopefully we can actually get some really good starters here. Looks like it's a national championship player. It's going to be a 95 right tackle. Okay, that is really, really good. And we get a 95 tight end. Okay. Right, what is this? Season 5. This is a really big animation, and it's going to be Fall. A 97 outside linebacker from Cal. Finally, we get an insane pull right there. And the 95 tight end is super cool too. But finally, a higher end 97 player is amazing. I'm super hyped about that. Start of the season, though, we get Trey Harris there. All right, I guess that's okay. I really want to see a 96. Are we going to see it? And it's a Will Campbell 94. Man, I had more high hopes for start of the season. I thought we'd at least get 196. But unfortunately, we don't. But we are moving on to a 96 guaranteed pack. And we start off with Miller from Ohio State. Here is a legend, and it's going to be Newton, a D tackle, which actually could be really helpful when we get a 96 right tackle. I think the D tackle, Newton here from Illinois, has to be the play. He looks absolutely insane, man. And we do really need a D-line stud. That is something we are severely lacking, so that is super exciting. Jihad Campbell right there, right outside linebacker. We get a 93 tight end from Ohio State and a 91 right end. Kind of a dud pack right there. But now I believe we're on to our final pack, which is a guaranteed 97 pack. Who are we going to get here? Let's see, man. Season 6 animation to start off here, and it's going to be a 97 Fletcher Jr., Mark Fletcher Jr. from the Miami Hurricanes. He looks pretty crazy. I'm not even going to lie here. It's going to be hard to top him. Season 5, this is a crazy animation. It's a 97 left tackle. We already have a 96, so I don't really need that 97 left tackle. And we get Allen Robinson as well. So the real question is, do we want a major upgrade with Allen Robinson from Penn State at wide receiver, or do we get an insane fast power back in Mark Fletcher Jr.? This is tough. I do have Quinshon Judkins, who is still honestly pretty solid, and I do need receiver help. But Fletcher Jr. just looks too good to pass up on. Sorry, Allen Robinson, you didn't quite make the cut. But we did add some crucial players through that pack opening. I will say, not as many as I wanted. I thought we would at least get maybe 1 or 2 more. Unfortunately, though, that's just not how it shook out. Now, we do have a 96 overall player that we're getting from trophies. Like I said, man, these trophies are very valuable. Just like that, we have a 96 right tackle. So 96 left and right tackle have been acquired here. Let's see who else we can get. We can also upgrade the secondary with a 96 free safety, which is going to be very, very nice. Robert Fitzgerald right there, man. Hey, man, this dude's going to put in a lot of work at that free safety spot. So super excited to have him on the team here. We also have an outside linebacker in Bernadal here, and he looks pretty crazy too. Now, I will say, we could have spent 4K trophies on Matthew Golden, a 98 card. Now, normally I would have said, screw it, let's go ahead and just spend on the big baller 98 Matthew Golden there for 4K trophies. However, we did not get as much kind of players higher overall as I wanted with those packs, honestly. And also it's just the fact that Matthew Golden, his 98, has only 96 speed. If he had 98 speed, I probably would have been like, no matter what, we're getting Matthew Golden. But I feel like he's a little bit limited, and the overall is just not what it is shown to be there. So still like Matthew Golden, and maybe if I get enough trophies later on past this challenge, I'll pick him up. But for now, Matthew Golden's staying right where he is. And we just picked up Torrey Horton and Norman Lott there, our D tackle and new wide receiver. So those are pretty hype as well. So we added quite a bit of players through the trophies. Let's go ahead and add some players through the auction house, man. And I gotta say, some of these players were very difficult to find. There is one Xavier Restrepo. Okay, Xavier, just Xavier, 96 Xavier here from the Hurricanes, 96 speed, really good stats. Nothing like super duper crazy, but he just has all around good stats. So we added the wide receiver room. Remember, we have Torrey Horton from the trophies and now Xavier there. Now, we do need a new guard, and it looks like this guy could be pretty viable here. Tinsley from Cincinnati, 6'4", 93 strength, has some good run block and pass block here. I think we're going to go ahead and take him there. We're going to add to that O-line. Would have maybe liked a little bit higher overall. But again, the coins, man, we got to be very careful how we spend these coins because, again, they are pretty scarce. Now, we are looking for an amazing Alabama player, now who plays on the Detroit Lions, Brian Branch, strong safety. He's actually going to be playing my middle linebacker. 96 speed, crazy stats across the board. Zone coverage, man. This dude's going to be insane at my sub linebacker. So super excited for Brian Branch. Go ahead and welcome him to the squad here. Moving on, though, you know we had to do it, man. You know we had to do it. I love my Colorado teams. I already got Torrey Horton from CSU. Now we got to go down to the Buffs here, and Travis Hunter has to be on this team. He just has to be on this team. Looks like the cheapest one is for about 140K. But 96 corner Travis Hunter, 6'1", 97 speed, 96 XL. Great man coverage and still very good zone coverage as well. Travis Hunter, absolute dog. He has to be on this team. And of course, since I got the cornerback, I had to get the wide receiver as well. Once again, similar stats in terms of the speed and excel, but kind of great route running there. And again, Travis Hunter just had to be on this team. So glad we can get both versions, and both versions can actually be able to play on this team. Now, his wide receiver card is a bit more expensive, but it is definitely worth it. So now I believe our wide receiver room is pretty set. Torrey Horton there, Xavier, and now Travis Hunter. That is a devious wide receiver room, no doubt, man. But I feel like we got to add more to the offense, and I'm lacking a tight end. I know I got a 95 tight end earlier, but I do want more of a speed tight end than a blocking tight end for my starter. And Tyler Warren, man, 95 speed, 6'6". Now, you guys are wondering, why don't you pick up the other version? There is a better version of Tyler Warren. That one was out of my budget range here, and this is the one we had to get. So not a bad team at all, man. We go up 2 overalls, which may not seem like a lot, but it kind of is a lot. At the end of the day, we significantly improved the skill positions and the offensive line, which is very nice. Like I said, man, from the beginning, I think Jackson Dart was the only major safe one, and Barton from the defense as well. But taking a look, man, the O-line is absolutely crazy. 95 center, we got 93 guards, 96 tackles as well. So a very solid O-line to go ahead and protect Jackson Dart right there. We also have a pretty crazy duo of tight ends in Tyler Warren, who is just in his own right, just an absolutely insane card. Even though this is not the best version of him, he still has some amazing stats though. At 6'6" from Penn State, 95 speed, amazing route running. His run blocking isn't the best, which, you know, normally on my tight ends, even at tight end ones, I really do want like a little bit better run blocking than 74. But we do have a backup tight end who is more of a run blocking tight end, so I'm not too worried about it. But Tyler Warren overall, man, a big target who's going to be hard to bring down. Super excited about that. But moving on here again, our boy Jackson Dart remains on this team. Don't get me wrong, I looked at quarterbacks to take, man, but I just thought, you know, there wasn't really one that called out to me on this one. So we're going to leave Jackson Dart in the lineup for now. Maybe they'll release some more quarterbacks on the line that I'll actually want to add. But still, this card has been performing very, very well for me. I know it's a little outdated, but it's still performing very well at a 96 overall right there. Torrey Horton from Colorado State University, 94 speed, 6'3", a very tall wide receiver, and some pretty great route running as well. Super excited to use a CSU player, man, out of Colorado. So super excited for Torrey Horton. I think he can add a lot at this position here. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next position to look at, and it's going to be Mark Fletcher, man. Remember, I took this dude over Allen Robinson, and I think it was the right call. He has balanced platinum, which is pretty cool. Workhorse, recoup. He's got some pretty crazy abilities on him, honestly. He looks like an absolute demon on the field, man. And taking a look at his stats, 6'2", 225. He's a tall, got a lot of weight on him. Very, very fast guy. The change of direction is not the best. That's the one thing I really don't like about him. But the break tackle and all of that ability into basically a huge power back is crazy. Xavier Restrepo, I think that's how you say it. Okay, like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that's how you say it. 96 speed, again, shorter guy, definitely, but a lot of well-rounded stats across the board. You really can't find a bad stat on this card. So Xavier, welcome to the squad. And of course, our boy Travis Hunter from the Colorado Buffaloes, 360 gold and also workhorse, man. 97 speed, 6'1". I already know I showed you guys some of the stats earlier when I was picking up these cards, but it just goes to show how crazy of a player Travis Hunter is, and obviously how crazy his card is into the game. But let's go ahead and move on to the defense. Once again, I said Barton is really one of our only safe defenders here. You have a not great middle linebacker too, but that's because, remember, Brian Branch is our other linebacker. But our boy from Cal, Fall right here, kind of crazy, 97 overall. Wish he was a little faster, but the power moves, the block shedding, 6'4", 255 pounds. This dude's still pretty crazy at 91 speed, 94 excel from a 97 overall right there. Now we also have wow, I cannot pronounce names, bro. Berendal from, obviously, Stanford, 91 speed. Pretty decent guy right there from the trophies we spent. And then, obviously, Fitzgerald, our new free safety here. I think he's still 6 foot, so at least he's not super, super short, but I wish he was a little taller. 95 speed, 97 excel, 95 zone. Solid guy, no crazy stats, but he is definitely a starter caliber on this squad here. And, of course, I couldn't forget to show you guys Brian Branch, who has house call already built in basically to the card. 96 speed, his tackling's improved, pursuit. The zone is crazy too. 99 zone is absolutely insane, man. So cannot ask more from that Brian Branch right there. Our D-line is significantly improved, by the way. I mean, this D-tackle, Newton from Illinois, just crazy work, man. 90 speed on a 6'2", 295-pound D-tackle with 96 block shed is just absurd. I mean, just absolutely absurd. So I cannot wait to see this dude just wrecking havoc in the games that I play. Norman Law here is also a very, very solid guy. Hey, 84 speed on a D-tackle, still crazy, 6'3". This dude is an absolute run stuffer though, 315 pounds, dude. And he can still get off to the passer too. So we're going to have a crazy D-tackle duo, man, for sure. Now moving on to the corners. Actually, one more guy that did stay safe. Dantzler here, 95 speed, 6'2". Definitely got the height, definitely got the excel for sure, and the coverages. Wish he was a little faster, but at the end of the day, he's still a very good corner. Travis Hunter, quarterback, man. Let's go. House call gold on him. Very similar stats. Again, the 97 speed, 96 XL, 6'1", but the 99 man and also 99 zone coverage when he's boosted up. Man, oh man, I cannot wait to see Travis Hunter on the field. And I'm not sure if I showed you guys with the auctions. I also did pick up Jahdae Barron, man. 96 speed, 5'11". He's going to be a great slot corner. He has 99 zone as well. Amazing corner, man. Jahdae Barron is going to be crazy for us. But that is pretty much it for this team, and this is what we were able to come up with in 24 hours. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think I could have done a lot better? Do you think this is pretty much where we're at? Or did I exceed your guys' expectations? Please do let me know in the comments down below, man. But this video definitely took a lot of work. Obviously, I had to play a lot of college football, which, I love college football, but man, oh man, the challenges and solo seasons are quite mind-numbing, like I said earlier in the video. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this video. It would mean the absolute world to me if you guys did. Once again, leave a comment down below. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.